So, what do I mean when I talk about a good death? Well, in medical terms, it relates to managing diagnosis and symptoms, medication tubes, machinery, sustaining life and managing pain. But that really is only part of it. What I've learnt sitting at bedsides and talking with families is that a good death is deeply personal, but also surprisingly universal. Most people want three things: to feel safe, to feel heard, and to feel that the people they love are okay. So a good death has to consider a person's social, cultural and spiritual circumstances and needs, a person's surroundings, communication, dignity. There's so much to consider. I would suggest the prime components of a good death are knowledge, expectation, agency and comfort. It's comfort that helps us feel safe, both those that are dying and those bearing witness, the family and friends that are around them. Physical comfort, of course, through medication and pain management, but also emotional and spiritual safety. The knowing that you're not alone, knowing the people around you understand what matters to you. Agency is so important. Having control of what is happening to you and being heard, your wishes, your concerns, and again, not just for you, the dying, but those bearing witness, your loved ones. It's about being heard and being listened to. Your values, not just the paperwork and the symptoms. I've listened to countless people tell me what matters to them in those final moments. Music, family, quiet, sunlight, a favourite blanket, their dog curled up at the foot of the bed. It's about maintaining a person's dignity and privacy. And then there's knowledge and expectation. A doula or hospice nurse is very good at explaining what's happening and what to expect. Taking away the fear is half the battle. Witnessing dying, people often assume pain and suffering when the reality is very different. Changes in breathing make us think the dying are panicking or in pain, for example, and that's often not the case. Open conversations rather than false hope and well-meaning dismissal of concerns just leave everyone feeling in a state of uncertainty and agitation. Of course we want reassurance, but it needs to be grounded in truth and reality, otherwise it does the exact opposite. And then there's that final and most important thing, time. Allowing a person to decide when they are ready, knowing when to stop medical intervention rather than simply prolong things unnecessarily, but also not rushing decisions, not processing the death in a convenient medical way, allowing the bereaved to simply just be, engaging them in the process and helping them understand the next steps. A good death isn't perfect, it's not tidy, but it is peaceful because the conversations have been had, the choices are known, and love is allowed to guide the way.